Welcome to Technique Friday with Els. Today I'll be showing you how to do a plaid background using the 3 smaller rolls of clear double-sided adhesive and the silk microfine glitter. I have this card on the show and people always ask me how to do this, and it's very easy and a fun technique, of course, because you use all kind of different colors as well. So I have a piece of the soft finish cardstock, could be any cardstock in this case, and I'm just going to add a few score lines. It really doesn't matter where. These are just the guidelines, so you can see I just do it random. There is no system. And now I'm going to take my tape. So these are the 3 smaller rolls. So we have the 3 millimeters, like that's an 1/8 of an inch, 6 millimeter, a 1/4 inch, and then the 10 millimeters, which is like 3/8 of an inch. So I'm going to start with the, and as you can see here on the card, so I started with the red, and I'm going to take my small scissor, just going to look up for the beginning of the tape, and as you can see I use a craft mat. And it's hard to see with the light, but I see the score line here, so I just line it up. So you can see I kind of stretch it with my fingers and I can just tear this off. So I'm just going to put a few lines on here. So now I have my first 3 lines. I'm just going to trim this off here. So press it down well. And I'm going to bring in my glitter tray here, because now I'm going to do my first color. So the colors I'm using for this card, I used the reds, then I did the Go to green, that's this one, then the spring peridot, and I end with the light golds. So just, and I never try to kind of pick up my tape here, or the liner. I always kind of go in a little bit lower, because if you start at the top here, you might pick up the tape a little bit, and I don't want that. So see, so now I'll just sprinkle the glitter, and you can see I have my coffee filter, of course. So just tap this off. And with this one, I'm just going to rub it in. I don't even need to brush it off because it's my first color. With the next colors, I will brush it off as well. And then, of course, polish it. And polish it away from the edge. Don't do this, because then you might pick up the tape. So polish it away from the edge. You see, and because I polished this color, the next color will not stick to the red. So now I brush it off. You see, because hardly anything was left. Here I go. I see the embossed line here. So I'm using those embossed guidelines here. Try to work from dark to light, or, you know, in this case I'm going to use the green as a second color. I could have started with the green as well, but don't do like, if you want to use a diamond color, that will be your last color for sure, or the white, because that you will see when you will see some specks of color in there, and you don't want that. So again, so second color, that will be the Go to green. Again, make sure this is pressed down well. You can imagine how much fun you can have making this plaid pattern. Brush it off, put it back into the jar, and then polish. And again, I'm going to tap it off on my paper bag. So use a paper bag as a trash can instead of a plastic trash can, because with plastic it will explode to the walls of your trash can, and you don't want that. Polish away from the edge. That's that color. So I'll use the 6 millimeters. And now, of course, I have those red lines already that I can use as a guideline. So I can just leave a little bit of space in between. So spring peridot, tap it up and now brush it off. Again, polish away from the edge. And now we're going to do the last color. I'm going to go back to the 10 millimeters. You see, that's what I did here. So I did some 10 millimeters and I did some with the 3. So different sizes. Kind of to finish it off. And you can cross over as many times as you want, so you can make any pattern. So again, if you do a diagonal, that is very easy to do. When you want to do a diagonal pattern, what you do, you kind of take your tape, start in the center somewhere, and then go line it up. Don't do one here and then here, because then it's harder to kind of piece it together. Now I'm going to do the smaller size here. Take your small scissor, just trim all the pieces off. Take off my other side, tap it off. And brush it off, and now polish that. Here you go. And that's it. And that's your plaid background. See, and that's how you get this card. And You can see, so here I added the poinsettia from the garden hose from Susan, and here I have the berry branch in there as well. But you can, if you make it in different colors, you can make it for a birthday. So, you know, if you make it in pink, you can make it for girls, blue for boys. So just a really fun technique to do. So I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I also listed some suggestions below for other YouTubes that you might like.